Even so, you can be sure that you will face days much.
¿Son los mapitas que rompió?
No. When you are assigned to a chair, learn its weekdays and weekends.
Va a quedar atrás la campera. Boludo.
You will be expected to be in uniform with a lunch and prepared for the weather by your scheduled time. If you are going to be sick or late, know the call-in procedure to notify your supervisor. You want to be certain that your lift opens on time and that your guests are not unnecessarily inconvenienced. So please, all we ask is that you call.
How about the custodial work today? Sure. Okay, once you grab a trash can, trash bag, all the papers. Okay.
Once out the door, you will travel to your assigned lift station by foot, ski, or snowmobile. Normally, after a snowfall, you will be expected to remove loose snow from the loading and unloading areas and certain parts of the lift, such as the carriage, counterweight, and bull wheel. The operators and attendants work as a team to prepare the lift for opening as quickly yet safely as possible. This preparation includes a visual inspection of the lift line for excessive ice or wind damage, clearing snow and ice off all the chairs, shoveling and smoothing the boarding ramps, clearing and positioning the wait here and the load here boards, and preparing your maze by packing or removing the snow, setting up traffic control fencing, and inspecting ropes and flag. When the crew arrives at the lift, the operator's first order of business is a visual inspection of the lift line for wind damage or excessive ice. Look for carriers that might have fallen in the wind or a fallen tree on the line. After receiving permission or personally determining that it is safe to run the lift, the operator may be required to nudge or bump the lift the shortest possible distance before actually running it. This slight movement or phone call to the opposite terminal serves as a very important warning to any unscheduled lift maintenance personnel that you are about to operate the lift. You can never be too sure that a $5,000 windshield or someone's priceless fingers are not in the way. To bump the lift, push the start button and then push the red stop button as soon as the lift moves. The stop button must be reset in order to move the lift. Wait 5 to 10 seconds and repeat the procedure. After bumping the lift, the operator then runs the lift at start speed for approximately 1 minute in order to warm up the fluid in the gearbox. If the chairs are covered with snow, you can begin clearing them off while the lift warms up. Usually sweeping the chairs with the stiff center post chairs, and especially heavy snowfalls, may require 2 or 3 passes in order to clear all the snow off the chairs. To avoid making extra work for yourself and your co-workers, clean the chairs away from the loading area. After the lift has warmed up for about 1 minute, the operator runs the lift up to full speed. The speed controls are tested, and so is the stop button. The chair height is usually checked at the haul rope's lowest point on the loading shifts. This is also the load here board location, where the skiers stand to board the lift. Depending on the type of lift, the loading location on four-wheel loading chairs is somewhere between the first shift and the point where the haul rope clears the bowl wheel. The front edge of the chair should meet the knees of an average height woman.
It's definitely a couple inches too low.
Well, I guess we'll have to start digging.
The chair should be approximately 16 to 18 inches from the snow. If the chair is only slightly too high or low, You'll have to build up or dig out your loading ramp by hand. If the chair is grossly too high or low, you don't need to be quite as enthusiastic as they were in the old days. Instead, call your supervisor. Either the entire area needs cat work, or the haul rope height needs adjustment by maintenance personnel. When the ramp and the load here board are at the proper height, the load here board will also be centered below the haul rope.
Bien, lo puse en un segundo el palo.
The weight here board defines where skiers wait before entering the boarding area, and it is positioned differently at various lifts. This board is located as close to the boarding area as possible, but with enough clearance that passing chairs cannot hit waiting skiers. On bull wheel loading chairs, the weight here board is directly behind the load here board. On tangential loading lifts, the weight here board is likewise placed in back, but to the side, just clear of passing chairs. Both boards are level with the snow or even recessed slightly. You do not want your guest skis to catch as they pass over. Enclosure ropes and fencing help control traffic, keeping guests from accidentally entering the bottom terminal and boarding area the wrong way. These should be tied straight and taut. Loose ropes can blow in the wind and might become entangled in machinery or moving chairs. The ropes and fencing are set up differently at every lift. While the bottom operators or attendants continue their duties, an operator or other personnel will inspect the lift line. During the ride-up, this operator will inspect all towers, the sheave assemblies for squeaky sheaves, the chairs for slipped grips, the haul rope and alignment, and required signage. Once at the top, the operator will perform all stop checks. The stopping distance is noted at full speed. This may be done using the safety gate or a stop button. You will quickly learn the unloaded stopping distance of your lift. If the stopping distance is appreciably longer than usual, notify your supervisor. The service brake may be iced up or require maintenance. The top operator then goes to the top shack and checks all other start, fast, slow, and stop controls. Either a standard dial phone or a sound-powered beeper phone is used to communicate between top and bottom lift stations. The top operator must check for proper signage, proper ramp height and condition, and any required traffic control ropes or cones. The operator then makes sure all items on the daily lift log have been completed and initialed. These items are checked at both the top and bottom terminals. The checklist must be completed and signed every morning before opening to the public. The bottom operators are then notified when it is safe and clear to open the chair. This clearance may be dependent upon weather conditions or if the lift is covered by ski patrol. The top operator fills in the opening time, and the bottom operators notify the waiting guests that the lift is open. The operators continue to clean chairs, trying not to see the guest on a snowy chair. Throughout the day, you should keep your eyes and ears open for any abnormal changes in the operation of your lift. Well, that's all there is to it. Remember, your lift should be set up and opened as quickly yet safely as possible every morning. It takes teamwork, with everyone keeping busy to do it right. Looking back over all the duties you need to perform, you probably still have plenty of questions. Feel free to ask your training supervisor or other operators about any procedure of which you are unsure.